Hi, everyone. Welcome to Babbling Zoom. Yeah, Babbling Zoom, where where the narrative matters. And I've been playing a lot of Starfield lately. Um, and it's a fun game. Just the ability to create what you need, create the ships, have fun. In a way, it's given me what I wanted since I don't have the machine for Star Citizen or the patience for all the bugs that's part of that. And I'm not much of a survivalist person. So No Man's Sky kind of got to the point where I tried it. It was okay. It was fun, but um, so Star Citizen is the happy medium that I wanted. And then the ability to make your own ships made me say, wow, while watching other people build their ships, some with a great example of understanding uh Star Wars, because a lot of people did Star Wars. A lot of you guys did Star Wars. Some of you did a great job. Some of you didn't do a great job. Most of you guys did a lot of detail without thought into those things. I did also like some of the Halo stuff to the point where I try to make my own kind of like pseudo um, Pelican. Now, that said, one of the problems with going through a lot of the customization is your habitats. Your habitats on paper sound cool until you actually look at it. And here's what I'm talking about. Bethesda, as great and as detailed as the outside of your spaceship is, the interiors are lackluster. They they fail to use this space properly, especially the fact that you cannot customize your space in these games. So there should have been more options, especially when it comes to this. This is a one by one. All the important living and working areas start at two by ones. But there's enough space in a one by one that you don't need to make it a storage unit or just a random compartment. There's so much more you can do with just a one by one, especially, well, especially, let's see, not this one, when you consider how much wasted space happens in a two by one. I've gone through some of the interiors, and at one point I realized, huh, why aren't most of these things multifunctional? This is a Hope Tech armory. And let me actually explain this whole little thing, because what you're seeing is two-thirds of the actual room. And to really explain it, let me draw. This Hope Tech armory with your added module spaces where you could add your attachment points. Again, I understand how this works. Um, Majority of these spaces, they have a blank wall until you attach something, and then whatever was on that wall vanishes. So in other words, this area over here will vanish when you add a door, when you add a module to it, or this vanishes when you add a module to that. We'll come back to that in a second. But really, let's talk about the fact that the real layout of this room right here, just this armory, is essentially the bed, the weapons cases, which you're seeing right here, an empty space in the front, and an empty space in the back. I think there's like a chair sitting right here and a desk sitting right here and nothing else in that room. This is wasted space. All because I just wanted a weapons rack. I just wanted a weapons table. That's it. Not a rack. I wanted a weapons workbench. That's it. This is one of 2 armories that have beds. To make this point clear, I managed to find a spreadsheet of the entire thing, right? And if we can get past this nonsense, I can't. Oh my goodness, ads, they suck. Well, so this area right here is the armory. And with your Hope Tech, what you're seeing is there's a bed. Majority of the armory stuff has like the weapon display, the packs and helmets, whatever. One has a mannequin. There it is, gone. But your 2x1, yeah, that's it. Your 2x1 has, there's 2 of them that has a bed with a weapons display, and nothing else have beds, right? Nova has passengers. Fine, that's great. Okay, cool. But look at all the empty space you could customize and everything. Like Deimos truly could have just been like I like the layout of Deimos. That's great, but you could have just add a weapon bench right in the middle of that. There's so much space. In other words, in one of these locations, you could easily just put, hey, here's a workbench. Now, does that cancel out this port? Yeah, but that's fine. You know why? Because I've seen it before. You have another 2x1 where there's only entry at the front and the back, no entry from the side. I've seen it. You can do this. Make some of these habitats multi-use, multifunctional. You realize I had to take of all the captain's rooms. I don't know if I can find this. Of all the captain's quarters, one has a galley. One has a galley. I have to go somewhere else. Look, I have to go to an all-in-one to even get a galley anywhere, which is ridiculous. Let's see. Galley. Let's go to the mess hall. And the galley and the mess hall. That's it. Those are your only options when it comes to to being able to cook. Your storage, your 1x1s. This is perfect. Your 1x1s have absolutely nothing in them. I would understand if the storeroom gave you a little bit more storage room. I don't think it does. But your companionway can easily be used for so many other things. This is where the laziness comes in. There's all this empty space that you can't utilize in this game that should serve multiple purposes. Each company, each developer, each company should have a key thing that they're really obsessed with, and that should show in at least one of these modules. So, going back to this setup. In this space, let's look at it from this point of view. In this space, right? Your character has enough room to walk around. So much so. How much? This whole area is able to walk around. What can you put in this space? If you made sure that you can't access these 2 areas in the ship on your 1x1. Got it? You could add things to the side, but you can't attach any other. You can add things to the side of this, but you can't attach other habitats. It's only for additions and what I'm talking about. It's only for engines, structural stuff, whatever. What you can put here is, well, hey, a bed. In that space. You don't want a bed? Fine. This could be a mini captain's quarters. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Yeah, mini captain's quarters, maybe a desk over here. Fine. You don't even have to put the desk. You just have a bed. And you can still have access to the outside or the dock. You don't want a captain's quarters? Fine. How about this can be passengers. Simple passengers. Again, I was trying to make a Pelican, so what if it was just seating for soldiers? This space is all used up. You already have it in the floor where it's going to stop. Right? Simple as that. You can have so much more if you just allow if you give us things to play with, right? You could have one by one that doesn't have access to to anything. It has an access to the back. Simple as that, so people can make small ships. It probably doesn't have well, no, you need docking. So you do need docking for this. Forgot about that. Right? But again, you have captain's quarters. Simple one by one. No problem. You waste so much space with the captain quarters you already have. Again, your majority of your actual content when it comes to your habitats is in this space right here. Everything else is wasted because you're so obsessed with making sure you can add additional habitats to these rooms. What if you didn't have that? What if you just some companies just didn't do that? What if kind of like I think Teo had multiple habitats where you can or you can't. You've done it for one big company, one corporation. Let it be universal for all of them. Let each one have a key quirk that they're obsessed with their one by one units. That's it. Give us a simple workbench, one by one unit. Done. Right? Give us an armory with a weapons unit. It makes total sense. Give us a small galley. Just a simple small galley. Nothing much. Just put a kitchen here. With cabinet space. Yes. Just put a kitchen there. No, that's it. That's all we need. Do you need the science? No. Do you need what was it? Yeah. Do you need science rooms? No. Do you need industrial? No. Keep that for the bigger stuff. Right? That's fine. But for a one by one, think about what someone's actually going to do, like just trucking along, like in a van life. The one by one is van life. Simple as that. Right? So for goodness sake, just think about it. Maybe with a nice update, you squeeze in some little extra one by ones as opposed to just here's one by ones to just connect bigger modules to make your big weird ship. No, Captain doesn't need that much room. This is it. Put a bed in here. Any captain will be happy. All right. Just done. And then you'll make people who are trying to make their tiny little fighters and snub ships happy. Really, really happy. All right. Just like me. I want to make my small, tiny ships. That's it. So that's all I'm going to talk about. Hopefully I'll get back to the other thing I was been trying to focus on. So see you.